So in the last episode, we did How Well Do You Know Me, which was
interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting. 21 questions that we just Googled, actually. Turns out we didn't know as much as we thought that we did. But they weren't generic questions like, who is your favorite singer?
Yep.
What is your favorite color? Like, they were actual deep questions, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
One of the questions that was on there was, what body part does your partner not like about themselves? Body part?
Yep.
Yeah. And so Aiden got mine right, but then I asked what it would have been previously. So I touched on the fact that I actually had a rhinoplasty. So for anyone who doesn't know what that means, it means a nose job. And I also had what's called an otoplasty, which is when you get your ears pinned back. So like they used to like stick out lots, if people can see. They're very red right now.
They are very red.
Yeah, that used to happen a lot. Like when I get hot, and when I used to give like presentations and stuff at school, and I'd have to stand up in front of people, they would go bright red. And because they would like stick out like Dumbo ears, and my hair would be tied back, it was so obvious. I'd be so embarrassed. So I did that back in August 2019, just before we started talking. Best thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah?
It took me a long time
To commit.
to do it because it's terrifying.
I don't doubt it. The person cuts your face open.
And like you don't know really what you're going to look like. You have no idea.
Yeah, and that'd be such a strange thing to do, to stand up in the mirror for the first time, not knowing what you're going to see back.
Yeah.
We all look in the mirror every day. We know what we're going to see.
And there's no way of them showing you. Like I had always thought that they could do like a CGI and show you kind of what it was going to look like. Nope. I went into my appointment. I only ended up seeing one specialist, and then I booked in straight after that because he was just amazing. Went in, he said, what don't you like? What is it that you want to change? And he then was like, okay, we need to do this, this, and this, and this. What do you think? I'm like, sounds good. So then they just draw that on a piece of paper and like write down exactly what they would need to do. Like take 3 centimeters off here, do this, that, and the other. And then that's it. So you have no idea what is going to happen. So I remember like leading up to it, I think I had the appointment in like March maybe, and then I was booked in for August. Probably like a month out, I'm like, what happens if what he thinks looks good, I don't think looks good? Like I can't really change it now. Like it's terrifying. So then on the day, they kind of run you through again, and like I had said to him, I don't want my ears to be too flat on my head because I think that would look ridiculous, right? So then after the surgery, I had to, we should upload a photo. It's going to be awful, but I'll do it.
We can do it.
I obviously had something over my nose, and I had the cast on for a week. And then initially I had this like big thing underneath my nostrils to catch any blood that was coming down. And then I had a big head, my whole head was wrapped to keep my ears pinned, I suppose. So then you have to sleep on your back for the whole time.
Because you can't.
So for the whole week, well, actually more than that. So you sleep on your back, and then you have to breathe through your mouth. Obviously, you can't breathe through your nose.
Yeah.
So like it was so rough the first couple of days. I remember day 4 was the worst. Day 1 was fine. Like I was just in and out of sleep because I was taking endone, and I'd obviously had, what's the anesthetic. So like drowsy as fuck. Day 2, wake up, feel fine. Wasn't really hungry for most of the day, and like you kind of get a bit clogged up. So I'm like trying to drink all these things. And then started to get some bruising underneath my eyes, which I knew was normal because leading up to, probably since I was a teenager, I would watch people's videos on YouTube, rhinoplasty videos. And it's something I always wanted to do because I used to get teased about it and I just hated it. And then day 3, I don't really remember, but day 4 I woke up and like could barely open my eyes because they were so bruised and like swollen. Puffy. And then I didn't sleep well and I just cried, and then it hurt to cry because everything was hurting. And then I looked at myself in the mirror and was like, what the fuck? Like, you're all puffy. So then I would lie there on the couch with cucumbers on my eyes and like ice packs to try and like get
Reduce the
rid
swelling.
get rid of some of the swelling. And then I went out of the house for the first time. I think it might have been day. Did I leave the house? No. I don't think I left the house the whole week that I had that head thing on, because embarrassing, and also like this big thing on me. Anyway, Mum actually took me to get the bandages off, and I remember shitting myself.
How long after though?
A week after.
So 7 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get into the room, sitting in the chair, and then like it's actually really scary, because what if you look at it and you hate it? Like, you can't go back unless you get another surgery done. Like, it's terrifying. Anyway, so he took the bandages off, and then I remember him giving me the mirror, and I looked in the mirror and cried. One, because I was so happy, like with my nose. My nose looks so great in comparison to what it was. But then two, I hated my ears.
Really?
I thought that they were so pinned back because they had been slicked back for a whole week. So like, and my hair was greasy because you couldn't wash your hair. You couldn't get anything wet. So because of that, I freaked out and was like, oh my God, like they're too close to my face. And then pulling the stint, I can't remember, on either side of your nose, that was annoying. It's like a big booger stuck in there, but worse. So then, yeah, that all happened. I was like super happy. And then we get down to the car, and I remember saying to Mum, like, I hate my ears. Like, they're too far back. Like, what am I going to do?
Did they say to you that they were going to come out more?
I think so, but at that point I didn't remember that they said that, so I was kind of freaking out. And then, yeah, I got home. I remember the first video that I ever did, I had to keep a little thing on my nose just to like keep it in place for, I think it might have been 2 weeks. And so like I just then got used to it. It was quite clear, so you couldn't really see it. But yeah, I remember going home and being like, oh my God, like look at how great this looks, and like side profile, like I love it. Whereas beforehand, oh, it's really warm. You wouldn't see me, like if you took a photo of me from side on, do not upload it. Don't show anyone. I hate it. Delete it right now. Whereas now I'm like, oh yes, look at this. It's so nice. You did a good job.
Well, babe's dripping out.
Well, it's very warm.
Do you want the fan on?
Nah, it's okay. I think, like, the point of that is, obviously, you have to do it for the right reasons, right? You're not going to change any part of you for someone else, or at least I don't think that you should change any part of you for someone else
I would
at
agree.
all.
Yeah.
But because it was something that I always wanted, talked about, and then finally did, I would never look back. It was the best thing ever. Like, highly recommend. If you hate your nose, if you hate your ears, hit me up. I'll tell you who to go to if you're in Brisbane, because he was the best.